And we are back once again with House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes. And Mr. Chairman, this is my question as we continue diving into this IG report. You have been asking for these documents from the DOJ and the FBI now for a year. You had a major meeting on Friday and have come up with an agreement that they are going to deliver all of the documents that are left to be delivered to you by next Friday. If you do not get those documents this week by your deadline of Friday, what are you going to do?
Well, I would say it's more than this. The deadline's not Friday. The deadline is this week. So if documents do not begin to be turned over tomorrow, and a clear way and path forward for everything else is not clear here in the next couple days, there's going to be hell to pay by Wednesday morning, because we can no longer, it's not just about the committee chairman any longer. This is about rank and file members of Congress who continue to come up to me and say, what on earth are you guys doing? I have many members on the Intelligence Committee that are Republicans that are trying to get to the bottom of these issues. They're relying on me to get the documents so that they can complete the investigation that we began. So we are quickly, this is going to go from just myself and a few committee chairmen to all the members of the House of Representatives who are going to begin to take action against the Department of Justice and FBI.
Taking action meaning contempt of Congress?
Well, that's just one of the options. That's just one of many options, but I can tell you that it's not going to be pretty.
What are your options? What's not pretty? Are you going to force the resignation of Rod Rosenstein?
Well, we can't force the resignation, right? But we can hold in contempt. We can pass sense of Congress resolutions. We can impeach. And look, and I think we're getting close to there, right? I mean, if they don't have good reasons why they haven't provided us this information, the American people's patience have run out. My patience have run out. I think the Speaker of the House and Chairman Gowdy gave them every opportunity to try to clear all of this up. And there's just no time left anymore. It just looks like they're trying to run out the clock, as I've said many times on your show.
So so the bottom line is you're willing to go all the way. You're willing to move to impeachment of the leadership of DOJ and FBI.
Absolutely. Yep. I've been there for a while now.
We will leave that subject here, and obviously we want to talk with you next week, throughout the week, to see if you're getting these documents and where we stand on this. But I want to get a quick question from you on China. Given the tariffs that the president instituted on Friday, we're waiting to see. I mean, China's already said that it's going to retaliate, but I wrote an op-ed in Real Clear Politics this weekend basically saying forget about having China buying more stuff. The more important issue here is the fact that the Chinese steal our intellectual property, and innovations by Chinese firms can carry benefits far beyond their shores as long as they truly are innovating. Unfortunately, business executives from outside China have found too often that they are required to share their innovations via forced technology or the theft of intellectual property. You are investigating China for similar situation in terms of the military moves, correct? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a couple points on the intellectual property. So our first hearing that we had, we looked at military basing across the globe, and I think that I read your piece, Maria, and also Secretary Mattis had some great comments on what he believes the Chinese are doing globally and the military footprint that they're putting down. As it relates to intellectual property, we know that the Chinese are very sophisticated in cyber intrusion, and in fact, they are probably all over nearly every network globally every day trying to glean information out of companies' computer systems, government computer systems. They're very sophisticated and very good at what they do. Also happens to be illegal. Secondly, what they also do is they buy up companies so that they buy up companies and then they intrude that way so that they can find a way around to go in and get the information and steal it. So these are great innovative ideas that are created in the free market by either ourselves or European countries or other great governments around the world, or great countries around the world that have all these people that come together to innovate, and then to have that stolen by the Chinese government and then put into action and monetized in China is a big problem, and that's what they've been doing for many years, yeah. and that's what your piece in Real Clear Politics actually pointed out.
Right. All right. Well, we will leave it there. We'll watch the developments there, because obviously this is unnerving for markets and people want some clarity on where this is going. Congressman, it's good to see you, sir. Thanks very much for joining us.